Lots of people will tell you if you want to start a YouTube channel that you just have to start. But how can you start when you don't like how you look or how you sound on camera? In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about why that is so common and how we can overcome that mental hurdle. So the good news is it's absolutely perfectly normal to not like how you look or how you sound on camera. The reality is that when we first see ourselves on camera, we're seeing ourselves from different angles that we don't get to see ourselves normally. When we see ourselves, it's looking in a mirror and we're only seeing ourselves front on. Equally, when we hear ourselves on video for the first time, it sounds strange to us because we are only used to hearing ourselves from within our own bodies. But the reality is that what you're seeing when you play yourself back is what everyone else sees. So whether that's people who know you or people who don't know you, it doesn't matter because that's what they're getting, that's what they see. And it won't seem strange to them because they don't know anything else. When it came to me starting my YouTube channel, which was 3 months ago, this was the biggest hurdle that I had to overcome. When I was younger, I suffered really bad acne when I was in my teenage years, right through to my early 20s. And I had a severe complex about it, to the point that I would actively avoid going out and socialising because I didn't want people to see how I looked. I thought I really looked bad and I couldn't even bring myself to look at myself in the mirror. So you can imagine the toll that took on me mentally, and it's only years later, even after the acne had gone, that I started to get a little bit more self-confident and happy with how I looked, which I think is something that comes to us naturally with age anyway. But when you've had one of these things in the past like I had, it still lingers, there's still that insecurity there in me. But I knew I wanted to create a YouTube channel and try and make it a success, and therefore I knew I had to overcome this. So how did I go about that? I think the first thing you have to think about is when you're making videos, who you're making the videos for, and what is the video going to give that person. More often than not, when you're making YouTube videos, you're making them to inform people, to entertain people, or to educate people. So when you think about it really, if you're doing one of those three things, does the viewer really care how you look or how you sound when you're actually giving them that information? This isn't a beauty pageant or online dating, it's YouTube. As long as you can give value to your viewer and present it to them in a way that's easy for them to watch and engaging, then it doesn't really matter how you look or how you sound. So when I started to kind of reframe it that way, that people are coming to watch what I'm talking about rather than watch me, then that made it far easier to focus on the actual content and not really think about myself. Really kind of getting honed in on the actual content and the value that you're delivering to your viewer allows you to kind of put yourself being in the video on the back burner a little bit. You don't really focus on that as the priority. I don't groom myself or anything before I come and record these videos. Sometimes I stick a hat on because I've usually got hat hair from wearing a hat all day, but other than that I don't really put any effort into how I look because I know that people are not coming here to just look at me, they're coming here to listen to what I've got to say. I completely get that it can be a scary prospect to put ourselves out there, especially for the first time, but believe you me, when I did that couldn't be anybody that felt more insecure about doing that than me. But I took the plunge to do it anyway because I knew I really was passionate about trying to grow a YouTube channel, and I just knew I had to overcome this. And the great news is that if you can just make that plunge, take the courage to do that first video, you've already put yourself out there. And in terms of that barrier, in terms of that hurdle that you're trying to overcome, it's a huge, huge leap forward for you. About 1% of people who create a YouTube channel actually publish their first video. If you can put yourself in that minority, you're already streets ahead of so many other people. And also, once you start and you continue to show up every week, you continue to practice, you're soon going to get really comfortable with how you look and sound to the point that you don't even give it a second's thought. When I first started editing my videos, I used to do it with headphones in because I was usually editing them in the same room as my wife, and I didn't want her to hear, my own wife, I didn't want her to hear me how I sounded on camera because I was that insecure. But now I just don't care about that. I'm not even thinking about how I look and sound when I'm editing my videos. I'm just thinking about how can I edit this video to make it the best it can possibly be. The other thing that makes it really cringe for us is that when we talk to a camera for the first time, it's not just about how we look and how we sound on camera, it's the whole process of just talking to a camera lens like I'm doing right now. but I just need to think about who I'm talking to. And as you start to practice talking to a camera lens or talking to your phone lens, you start to get more comfortable with that process. It feels really weird to start with. It's not natural just to sit and talk to a device. But once you get more into it and you practice it more, that becomes more natural, and therefore you're going to look more natural on camera when you're speaking. So when you're doing that first video and you've got this complex, you've got this inner monologue telling you that you don't look good or you don't sound good, and then it's also going to be telling you, oh, you look so awkward on camera, why are you all tense and clammed up and things? Well, it's normal. Like, it's weird to do. You just have to kind of practice it and keep going. And as you do, you're going to 100%, I promise you, from someone who's 90 days into this, from where I started, if you go back and watch my first video, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. To now, watching this video, you'll see the huge transformation that you can make in a short space of time. And if you can just show up every week and just religiously commit to doing these videos every week, you're going to see that huge transformation as well. If you're watching this video and you've watched other videos about YouTube and YouTube growth, then I'm guessing that you're somebody who's really got a deep passion about YouTube and wanting to grow your channel, that you want to do this for yourself. So don't let these insecurities hold you back, because I can promise you every other person who's gone on YouTube has probably had those same insecurities. Sure, some people maybe less so than others, but I can guarantee you I've probably one of the worst, and I'm really proud of how far I've come in the last 90 days. And I think that you could make yourself exceptionally proud as well. So I really urge you, if you've watched this far, to really commit to yourself. If you haven't taken the plunge yet, or if you've done your first few videos and you're just thinking, I just don't know if this is for me, I just don't feel comfortable, I urge you to keep going. Keep on committing to showing up every week, getting those videos out there, and I promise you, if you get to this point, if you get 3 months in, I promise you, you will look back and feel all the better for it, and you'll be glad that you didn't throw in the towel. Let me know in the comments what you think. Where are you in your journey? Have you done your first video yet, or are you still stalling because you have these insecurities like I've talked about? Or have you done a couple of videos yet? Did the second one feel any different to the first one? Maybe you're a couple of months in, or maybe you're 6 months in. Where are you at? How do you feel at the moment with your delivery and your confidence in front of camera? Drop it in the comments so that all the new people that are watching this video that haven't recorded yet can see that you're having that same success. Because I guarantee anybody who's watching this and puts a comment in, if they've been doing 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, a year, they're all going to say the same thing, that they feel way more comfortable in front of a camera now. And the whole insecurity about how they look and sound on camera, it's completely out the window. So let these other people know in the comments, let these new people that are thinking about starting their channels, or who have only just done their first few videos, let them know that they can get to where you are. Okay, if you've made it this far, I want to thank you very much for watching this video. I've just been doing this channel for about 3 months now, and I'm starting to see some slow growth in the channel. I'm just documenting how I'm getting on with my own growth and talking about the things that I've picked up along the way. If you are at the early stages of growing your YouTube channel and want to come along this journey with me and share the pain points, share the highs, share the lows, share the successes, it would mean a lot to me for you to come along this journey with me. So if it sounds like something you might be interested in, maybe consider subscribing to the channel. And if you've enjoyed this video, maybe consider giving it a thumbs up as well. That would really help me. And please do leave a comment with any questions you might have. All that leaves is for me to wish you a really good day, an even better week, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye for now.